Yo everybody, welcome to the real life here GT4 Cup round number 3 at Barcelona. Grand Prix layout without the chicane in the final sector. So yeah, going through the replay today as I wasn't able to do the live stream on race day, but we still want to see the racing action, of course. So you see the qualifying results. Beetlejuice on pole position is reserving today in the Megane Trophy. Richie put that car onto the front row in the Honda NSX and be racing P3. And we have a reserve for the Husky. That is Raziuski, probably. I'm not mistaken, sorry for butchering the names. Sluxy then in P5 alongside with Nick. And we have Evok and Stu. And let's have a quick look at the second page of the starting grid. We have 710 Cap in the Viper P9. Then a new driver, welcome to the GT4 Cup. This is the Italian driver, Canadevero. Using the Aston Martin Vantage, and Nay Bother didn't set a lap time, starting in P11. All right. So then let's have a look at the settings. So a bit of clouds towards the starts, and then it will get sunnier throughout the race. As usual, 50 minutes in total. Softs mandatory for the race times 3, the tire wear, and the fuel consumption. So let me get rid of that and let's jump into the replay. I haven't seen anything of that, so I'm going in blind. Let's go. And it's lights out. Megane Trophy with a good start. Beetlejuice on soft tires. Mediums for Richie. The NSX, not the best start. Sluxy with a good start. In the SLS, already up to P2, covering the inside line for the first braking zone. A little bit of contact. You see the McLaren driver around the outside, but Sluxy takes P2. Raziuski P3. Richie down to P4, currently Nick in the Alpha, P5 on the mediums. So B Racing dropped down to P6 in his Ferrari. It's 2 wide, 3 wide situations here. Heading to turn 5, downhill, left-hander. This is the close side-by-side racing action. In the replay, Davide in the Aston Martin Evok in his Hyundai 710 Cap in the Dodge Viper. Nay Bother, a little bit of a gap to Stu already, and Nay in the Jag. Let's have a look at the hairpin. A little bit of smoke, some slight contact maybe between the drivers, but apart from that, it looks okay. First lap done, we have Beetlejuice already gone. On the soft tires, a big gap to Sluxy and Raziuski in that McLaren 650S. Richie staying in the tow, and we have a 3-way situation into turn number 1. A bit of contact between Nick and Davide. Nick gets the better of it for now, and we see 3 wide coming through turn 3. Evok on his soft tires, making some early moves. You're racing in P8 currently, right in that mid-pack battle. True. Neighbor picked up a couple of spots since the start. And this is probably one of the key elements today. Oh, a big spin. Let's have a look what happened to Davide. Lost the car, chicane. Luckily there was some ghosting involved. Head down, I think it's 50 minutes in total, so a long race. Yeah, at Barcelona usually you want to do as less pit stops as possible. It's a very long pit lane here at the track, at least in the game. So I guess most of the drivers are looking to make a one-stop work with the mandatory soft tire compound. This is the tricky part, let's put it that way. We see a move into turn number 1. Yep, we do. Sluxy drops that position. Oh, side by side, still there, still there. For the next right-hander, the Mercedes SLS still there as the inside line. And defends that position for now. Richie stay in the loop here as well. P2, 3 and 4 very close, and Sluxy a bit wide onto the gravel. Lost 2 positions, now down to P4. It is Nick trying to catch that group, trying to open up the gap to Evok. And Wentz B-Racing picking up the pace. Pretty sure he wants to do the one stop and takes it easy on the start. Stu in the Porsche Cayman, P8. Neighbor in 9th position, Davide P10, oh, and 710 cap with an early pit stop. That's an interesting strategy. Medium tires now, 4-liter Triper, a bit of clean air, definitely. Maybe that's the idea. Don't get caught up in traffic. Beetlejuice, very consistent, and has a nice little gap already. That Megane Trophy is still a good car with the tire wear. Yeah, it doesn't have the best top end, but we don't need to have like that ultimate top speed here at Barcelona. The track has a bit of everything in it, along straight, fast turns, heavy braking zones, hairpins, and you need to have a good balance, I think, in that car, especially with the no chicane layout. Final 2 turns, very fast flowing. Sluxy with Radziewski still in that fight for position. Gives Richie a little bit of a gap. Looks like Nick is also catching that group. Now we saw in round 1 the tire saving abilities in the Alphas were quite substantial. So can Nick do the same today? The front left tire is like the problematic one. B-Racing gets a good run. It's the battle of the Italian manufacturers, Alfa Romeo and Ferrari. Oh, Nick very late on the brakes, I think. Well, he didn't want to fight B. Either way, B says thank you. Now up to P5. So in the championship standings, we have Sluxy leading after 2 rounds. B-Racing sitting in P2. Neighbor though, a little bit of an off track and a penalty. That gap will go up between himself and Stu. And we have Evok got rid of the soft tires. And is this an outlet? No, I don't think so. No, it's just the mediums. Again, maybe a small little mistake on that lap. We see now the tire wear on that Megane also. 60% of wear, I reckon, on that front left. So it's maybe this and one more. And then bench those tires and try to get to the end on mediums maybe. See Richie with a good race so far, keeps it steady. The NSX is still a very nice car in the Group 4 category, even like it's a very thick boy, that NSX. I think one of the heaviest cars on BOP, but it still handles quite nice. And also, yeah, overall, a good car to drive. Sluxy with this personal best, P3, now a little gap to Raziuski in P4. I think the fighting has stopped now. B-Racing as well, consistency is key. Mid to low 1 minute 50s now. It is slowly making some progress in this race. Wait for the lap time to appear. Could be another 1 minute 50. Nick using B-Racing as a reference. Oh, personal best as well on that lap. Up and down the lap times, therefore Stu and Neighbor. No, Stu is on the soft tire, and this is pretty much the end of life for that front left. So I'm pretty sure this will be the in lap for Stu. So 7 laps for the Porsche driver by the looks of it. Neighbor on his mediums. 710 cap with an early pit stop. Evok, and we lost Davide. So what's the decision for Beetlejuice? Now his front left also pretty much dead. Could see him pitting now. One more is doable, but might be risky. And he's living the dangerous life. Going for one more. He's still running 150. Just, yeah, okay. It's very similar to pace now, softs and mediums, so softs don't really have a big advantage for long, but it's the same for all drivers. So when to use your mandatory soft tire compound and be racing, trying to get another position. Oh, inside they go. Gets that move done. Not sure if it was net code. Oh, looked like a little bit of contact. The tire advantage is definitely here visible for B racing compared to Raziuski. B racing good recovery after that not ideal start, let's put it that way, and we should see the leader now pitting, I guess. Yep, it is in, so 8 laps in the Megane. That's 15 minutes roughly. Yeah, 35 to go. Is it doable on mediums? That is the question. Nevertheless, we have Richie now leading in the race in the Honda NSX. We see Beetlejuice onto the medium tire compound. Needs to do a little bit of nursing, I guess. Cannot be that aggressive, but he had a nice little lead. Then starting on those softs gave him an advantage. And a good start with that race. So where is he currently? So a little bit of a clear track. I think that is nice for the Finnish driver. No dirty air. What are the tire saving abilities from the different cars and the drivers? No, they bother roughly 50% down on that front left. Nick in the Alpha, yeah, that's looking promising. Go for a quite long stint on those mediums. Raziuski probably took too much life out of those mediums. That's won't be lasting that long, so I'm pretty sure this will be a 2-stop for the McLaren driver. B Racing. Just over 50% wear. Now Sloxy very tidy today and looking after them tires. That is good stuff. Same for Richie, by the way. So top two currently having consistent good pace on those mediums and not destroying the tires. So if it continues like that, pretty sure we will see those two on the podium later on. B Racing might have to do a little bit of tire saving here. He's getting into the 70% area with the tire wear now, and it's probably a bit too early if you want to make that one stop work. So as expected, the McLaren driver in now. You probably do another medium and then soft. So Neighbor could gain a couple of positions still. I think B Racing is pretty much in danger here of making that one stop work. And Beetlejuice, who dominated the first couple of laps on those softs, I think now on the mediums, and it's a long stint on mediums, definitely. But maybe he was deliberately pushing the softs at the start, so he knows the limit of the car and the truck and the tires. So Raziuski on racing mediums again, so here is your first two-stopper of the race. Stu sits in T8. I think it's soft to mediums. Can the Porsche Cayman driver get to the end on those mediums? That is the question. 710 cap towards the end of that tire stint. And Evok tires in a bit better condition than 710 caps, but the gap is quite big to the German driver here at this stage. We see Nick pitting. Oh, he is out of that one stop challenge. Now I think we're going for the two stopper. So let's have a look at B Racing. The tire deck now is immense. Like, it's escalating very quickly. Richie also now using a bit more tires compared to Sluxy, who is on a tire saving run, and keeping it very consistent, as I said, all 1 minute 50s at this stage. So the question for this race is, can Richie and B Racing extend the stint to go for a one stop? I don't think so. Now looking at the Ferrari's tires, I think we might see a pit stop very soon. They bother a bit better with the tires compared to B. And now Beetlejuice right behind. in P5. So if Beetlejuice can run on those mediums all the way till the end, then he's clearly the favorite to take the victory today. 49s, alright, so showing the pace, and Neighbor are not fighting. Oh, got himself also a penalty. Let's go back to Richie. Five minutes could be doable. 2-3 laps, I think, on those tires, then it will get tricky. First 1:51 for Sluxy last time around. He racing with a 50.9, but this front left tire is not looking any good now. So 24 minutes. I think we'll see the pit stop now. Oh no, we don't. Extending for one more. I lost quite a chunk of time here. We saw that overtake, and instantly the gap goes up. Some of the drivers are in a bit of a survival mode, I reckon now. How long? Well, Neighbor decided that's enough. Will it be medium or soft? So medium soft or soft? This is the question. Like halfway through the race, maybe you could look at soft now, and maybe this is what B Racing is actually aiming for with the strategy. Destroyed the front left. 7-10 gap makes it into pit lane. And Evok, the same situation. The front left is dead. Is it in? Ooh, no, he's going for one more. This might be a very, very long lap on those dead tires. The front left. Be interesting to see. Richie staying out. Sluxy staying out. B Racing also staying out for another one. Quick look at Ney. Yeah, he is on the soft tire compound now. Looking at the remaining time, there will be one more pit stop needed. Getting the softs now out of the way, as crazy as it sounds, but yeah. We jump to the lead battle. See, I think Sluxy tries to extend that stint. Richie is pushing a bit more, so we might see a soft strategy then for Richie and B Racing versus Sluxy, who wants to avoid the second pit stop. Interesting to see, definitely. But again, just guesses from my side. Still fast line. Same for Schlaxi. Now, B-Racing. Will he pit this lap? Yep. Going in, oh, gets a half second. Went a bit too wide on that penultimate turn, I think. Well, what about Beetlejuice? I think he's on a good way to make that one stop work. Raziuski will be pitting once more, and yeah, he has to use soft tires. Nick medium to softs currently, and one more pit stop needed. Fastest lap of the race so far. Oh, 48.7. B-Racing as expected, now using the racing softs as well. Quick look, Stu. The fuel is a bit too low for my liking to get to the end, so we will probably see Stu again, maybe using the softs for the final stages of that race. May in P8, 710, Cap in P9, and Evok in 10th. 30 minutes in, Richie is still running. So I think Beetlejuice was able to do roughly 15 minutes on softs. So it is 4.5 minutes from now. 3 more laps when they cross the line. This could be tricky for Richie. I think Slaxim is on a good way. I think it's not an easy one, so at this stage I think it's probably too late now to go for a 2-stop if you are Richie, so just survive now. That's 3.5 minutes, so yeah, 2 laps. It's on the very edge, I think, on the very edge. There's Luxy in second, Beetlejuice in third. Look at the tires, still looking good. So this could be our new race leader very soon again, when Richie and Sluxy head into the pits. Raziuski P4, Nick in again. Pretty sure it will be mediums then for the final stint of this race. We'll be racing up to P5. he will catch Radziuski. This could be a... let's see, a fight for position after their final pit stops. So both will be pitting, pretty sure, and will be using the soft tires. So now tire wear is kicking in. I think Richie needs to survive one more. Oh, he's pitting now. That might be one lap too early. And Sluxy takes the lead. Richie is there now. Beetlejuice comes through the final sector. Final turns. And will pass Richie and moves up into P2. Here's Richie now. Time for service. How long can Radziuski stay out on those mediums? At least one more lap, I reckon. And B Racing is flying, is catching Richie onto the softs. Coming out of the pit lane, stays in front of the McLaren and the Ferrari. That is good news for Richie in the Honda NSX. Looks like podium position might be secured for Richie. Big tire advantage now for B Racing. You see the McLaren is struggling now. The front left once again dead. So this looks to be the in lap. B Racing can actually, the tires are still looking good on B Racing's car. Can he like perform the miracle and make those softs last for that long? Interesting. Where's Sluxy? Still running on his mediums. 20. Yeah, lap number 20, that way around. It's 14 minutes to go. I think those mediums will last for Beetlejuice and the mighty Renault Megane Trophy. Richie, medium too soft now. B Racing also did medium too soft, but did way more time on those softs already. So I don't know. Can B Racing get to the end on this set of racing softs? It might be interesting. Ooh, and interesting. I didn't see that coming. That Radziuski staying out for one more is low on fuel. The tires are dead. Sluxy is in now for service. Stu also should be pitting soon, I think. Nick, as expected, is running on the mediums again, so medium, soft, medium. The strategy may as well. Medium, soft, medium. 710 cap and Evoque running at the back of the grid. Beetlejuice retakes the lead, and with just over 12 minutes to go, Richie, where's Sluxy coming out of pit lane now? SB Racing, he jumped Sluxy for the moment at least. Sluxy now with the freshest soft tires in the top 4. We have Beetlejuice, of course, running on the mediums for quite some time, but a nice little gap. Definitely Richie passed his lap, and he made that undercut work for now. I say for now. Now the tire wear is creeping in. Can be racing, hold on to that podium. As I said earlier, Sluxy leading the championship, but not by much after 2 rounds. Be racing in P2, so the 2 rivals in the championship running close together on track now. We have a tire advantage for Sluxy. Now completing the outlap. And getting a little bit of a tow down the main straight. And we stay on board. Looking at the flag indicator on the left hand side, it's your braking reference for turn 1. Then chuck it over to the left, turn 2, and get your car ready for the long uphill right-hander, turn 3. Sluxy getting closer and closer. So roughly at the gantry, we brake for turn number 4, a tightening corner. Get ready for turn 5. Was a small gap. Sluxy didn't go for it. Out of turn number 5 we go downwards towards the chicane to brake at the start of the curve. Left, right. Another sweeping right-hander uphill. We don't run too wide on the exit past the penalty zone. Back straight. Get ready for the hairpin turn. We see also the back markers into the final sector. Another awkwardly long uphill right-hander. And now we're getting ready for the final fast 2 turns. A little bit of understeer for Sluxy and his Mercedes. Final turn. Couldn't get closer, really. On that lap, but I think time is Sluxy's friend. Should be. B-Racing's front left is dead, so he has to pit again. Struggling already. Can he defend the move this time? No, Sluxy inside line. And that's all she wrote, I think, between those two. So what is the gap to Richie? We see the NSX driver. It's 4 or 5 seconds, I think, at this stage. And Beetlejuice, a nice gap. That's basically the entire back straight for the Finnish driver. Oh, the racing stay with Slugsy, at least on this lap. It's just over 7 minutes to go and I can't see B Racing running that long on those dead racing softs. So you will say bye bye Slugsy and say hello to his pit crew. In he goes. Very slick back straight. Don't think he can challenge. Be racing for that position. So B Racing will keep P4 probably. Nick P5. Raziuski in P6. Let's do another set of softs in P7. Neighbor in P8. That is close between the Porsche and the Jaguar. The Dodge in P9 and Evoque destroyed his front left again. Probably will be pitting once more. So midway through lap 24, Beetlejuice leading a comfortable lead. Richie in P2. Racing softs getting probably a bit sketchy now. Maybe there is a chance for Slugsy to get Richie again towards the end of that race. It's just over 5 minutes to go. The gap yeah, 4 to 5 seconds. Racing on another set of softs. He might be attacking the fastest lap of the race for some extra points. P4 seems to be safe. Nick in P5 also looks to be okay. No immediate pressure from behind. Stu and they could be fighting for that P7. Stu with the softs, I think in a slightly better position for now. I think Slugsy not really catching yet at 53.6 on the previous lap, so oof. I'm not sure what happened. I've lost some time to Richie. Was it a crucial mistake? Or is there still time for Slugsy to catch Richie? Richie's front left will suffer on those final 3 laps. And Beetlejuice a great drive, so no issue. We are running the mediums for 35 minutes in the end. Slugsy is pushing personal best last time around. There's B Racing. Can he grab the fastest lap? He did a 48.3, so 5 extra points for B. Nick in P5. Razuski destroyed the front left. A bit too aggressive in the McLaren in today's race. He has to do 2 more laps on this dead front left. So can he survive? That's the question. Maybe a little mistake by the looks. It was 55 last time around. And let's see, 1 minute 30 to go. So that is the final lap of the race for Beetlejuice in the Megane Trophy. Richie in P2. Sluxy in third. Gap definitely come down. It will be close between Richie and Sluxy, I reckon, on that final lap. Could be looking at 2 seconds at this stage. Beetlejuice coming out of the middle sector soon. Big gap. Sluxy is still catching. Could be creeping into the slipstream for the back straight. Just, I think, braking for the hairpin. And let's go with Beetlejuice in the Megane Trophy. What a drive. Beetlejuice brings home victory. Third race winner in the third race. And I think Richie just holding on to that P2. He had some understeer, but he crosses the line in P2 and Sluxy on the podium P3. P4 it will be racing. And gets those fastest lap points. Nick in P5, the penalty won't hurt. He will keep that position. Radziewski survived on completely dead soft tires on his front left. Brings home P6. Stu wasn't too far behind in the end in the Porsche Cayman P7. We saw Neighbor P8, 710 cap P9, and Ewok finished that race in P10. So let's quickly bring up the race results graphic. So we see Beetlejuice with the victory, Richie P2 and Sluxy P3, your podium finishers. B Racing P4 with the fastest lap, Nick P5, Radziewski in P6, Stu 7th, Neighbor P8. And on that, if I do that way around, No? Let's see, I need to press that one, right? So here we go, that's much better. 710 cap and in P9, evoke P10 and Cana de Vero Davide in the nickname didn't finish the race. That is P11. Right. So let's get rid of that. So that was the coverage for round 3 here, GT4 Cup. We will be back next week with the live stream again. And we will head over to Austria, the Red Bull Ring, the short track. And there might be a little bit of rain in it. Middle and the end, you know, no heavy rain, light rain, but we all know the GT7 logic. Probably no rain at all, but the threat is given, definitely. We might see some rain. Alright, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, so subscribe if you haven't already, all that good stuff, and see you again for the next one. Bye bye.